me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet. Every day I wear my thoughts. I don't get to take off. A hater get off. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. You still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining. I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh?
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told them wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, please. I never switch, you never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey,
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles. Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down, Murray. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. A big play there on the first play of the game, and even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10.
Check three. Check 31. Check 31.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Shotgun now for Wentz. A little juke and complete to Zach Ertz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Going for it with Sanders. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wouldn't let the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180! Keep it up, defense. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run with Sanders. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Go. 280!
58, right there. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On first down, McFarland. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mine's 50. Mine's 50. Wild Bill. Check 99. Check 99. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And this one caught by Max Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check 50, check 50. Kill.
Murray looks to throw again, second and 10. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10. Throwing is Murray on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
To throw, it's Wentz. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Switch. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is 50.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
50 to Mike. Let's go, D. Check. Say. Wide. Get wide. Check. Hey, switch gears.
On second down, McFarland. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Set. Left. Come on. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Hey, watch that.
On 3rd down, Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Watch out. Check 26. Shit.
Murray now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Watch QB drop. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Yeah. Got one. Motion. Check. Shift.
Throwing on 2nd down. Murray. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Murray going to try to throw on third down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Sam Cook on now to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All day, every day, any day.
Now Wentz. And he's going to find a man, Keenan Allen. 22 yards there, a first down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
20!
59. No chance.
Two jet.
5'9". Hey, pick your game.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I got you. Hey, we're going 30 seconds.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's go, D.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score.
Come on now. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Come on, D. Check three, check three, check three.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Hey, high 7.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
In your face.
This 5-7.
5-9.
Here we go on fourth down with Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robertson. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a fourth down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Kill. Hey, orbit.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
Throwing is Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
And we're going 37.
82.
Here we go.
Hey, exit.
Defense.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 22 yards there, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
We're good.
Mike, 58, right there. Here we go. Check the backer. Check 24, check 24. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Let's go. Great. 14, 82, 14. Hey, zoom.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Cardinals 14,
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Wentz. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now Wentz. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing now is Wentz. Now he'll go deep down the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 2nd down now, McFarland. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
You better be ready. Don't be scared. Back. Bang, bang. Go. Bang. Tighten up.
They'll try the left side. McFarland, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Murray with a 3rd and long. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Don't get nervous.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Sunday.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw is Wentz. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Wentz going to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, We usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we go, D.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll try the left side. McFarland. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Here we go, 37's the Mike.
On 1st down, Wentz. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. DJ Reader able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 1st down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the run. Mike's 54. Mike's go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'6". Mike's 5'4". Let's go. Shut up.
After the sack on 1st down, Murray, that's going to be caught by Kirk. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route. and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On third down, McFarland. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down, protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball in additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
Hey, Echo. Hang in there. Listen.
Now Wentz. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
On the deep ball. Coverage by Byron Murphy.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, kill.
Back to throw. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.